flicked it beautifully through mid-on, and that's a great start to the second over. Let's have a look at that once again. There you can see it was a full toss. He made contact well. It hit the middle of the bat and was placed beautifully in the gap for his second boundary of the inning so far. Oh, that was much better bowled. Gave it some flight, gave it some air, beat the batsman in the air, and an inside edge. Fortunate enough for the batsman to not go on to hit the stump. A good comeback after being smashed for four of the very first delivery from Deepak. Once again, a much tighter length, bowling around the good length area, not allowing the batsman to free his arm. This is much better from Deepak. This is what his side will want from him. Once again, another good delivery, but well played with soft hands to third man, who is inside the circle, and the batsman scamper across for a single. What a shot! What a way to score some runs. A gorgeous cover drive. Got onto the front foot and just dispatched it. An absolute glorious piece of batting that from Hussein Bhutwala. Pretty early in the match, but I'll still call it the shot of the day. Waited on it, it wasn't there to be driven on the front foot. Played it on the up and a magnificent boundary. Once again, a good cut shot into the gap, but there's a man back at the boundary to restrict the batting side to a single. After the end of 2 overs, Alpha Panthers are 17 runs without the loss of any wicket and seem to be off the blocks in a pretty good way. And it's Hemang to continue his second over and third of the innings. On strike is Hussein Bhutwala. That's in the air. Can the fielder get there? Lucky for Hussein Bhutwala there. He was comprehensively beaten on that one. The ball shaping away from him. He went for a hoik, got the top edge, but fortune favors him as the ball lands safe. Good start from Hemang. He's getting the ball to shape away from the right hander a little bit and might cause troubles. Indicative of that is a first slip added by the captain. Oh, there we go. Another brilliant delivery. Completely outfoxed the batter there. He had no clue what was going on whatsoever. What a shot. He scrunched that off the back foot, waited for the ball to come to him and middled it. Dispatched it with absolute disdain. Let's take another look at that. Judged the length perfectly, knew it was a bit short, transferred his weight onto the back foot, cleared his front foot, and smashed it through mid on. What a shot! Straight down the ground and just evades the fielder for another boundary. Consecutive boundaries from Hussein Bootwala here, and this one was stamped with authority. Straight over the bowler's head. Here we go. Just look at that. Cleared his front foot, was in the arc to be hit, and he absolutely nailed it. Pressure now back on Hemang. Can he bounce back? Yes, he can. A good delivery, pull the length back a bit. The batsman mistimed it, and they'll scamper across for a single. That is well played of the back foot. It's in the gap. The call is for two. Will they get it? No. The non-striker sends him back. Still a pretty handy and decent over for the batting side. 12 coming off of it. 3 gone. It's 29 without loss. And the Alpha Panthers are off to a flyer. Deepak to continue. Bowling to Sanket on strike. First delivery, dispatched, waited on it, got on the back foot and just hammered it over mid on. Yet another boundary. The Alpha Panthers are up and roaring out here. Just have a look at that once again. Such a show of class. Waited on it, transferred the weight back, and just absolutely hammered it. Yet another boundary, his third of his innings so far. And the pressure is now back on Deepak. Can he bounce back after being struck for the boundary of the very first ball? Well bowled and a soft, delicate touch. Good poke to third man to scamper across for a single. Sensible batting here from Sanket, not getting overwhelmed by his adrenaline. Taking a single after a boundary, indicative of sensible and good batting. Oh, that's well bowled. Stopped a bit on the pitch, and Hussein was beaten for pace a bit. Couldn't manage to get all of it, got a bottom edge on it, and it results in a dot ball. Hammer, that's absolutely hammer. That's gone all the way. Huge. It's out of the ground. Was a full length delivery. Was there to be hit. Was in the slot. And he's absolutely nailed it. Here, just look at that. Got under the ball perfectly. Cleared his front foot and timed that to perfection. Such a meaty blow. It's gone out of the ground. Brilliant start to the innings once again. And Deepak once again under tremendous pressure. Can he pull things back for his team, or will Alpha Panthers run away with this? Once again, action replay. Is the result the same? No, it isn't. Fall short of the fielder this time. The bowler is a bit frustrated. He thought the catch should have been taken there. The decent effort from the fielder at long off to keep the batsman to just a single. Well bowled, well played. He was outfoxed there. A good attempt from the fielder to restrict it from going to the boundary. An edge that gets 2 runs to the batting side. Another good over for them, 14 coming off of it. 4 overs gone, it's 43 without a loss. The skipper persists with Hemang to bowl his third over of his spell. The batsmen completely taking advantage of the power play restrictions, with just two fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. One of them is stationed at long off and one at point. There you go, another inside edge. Fortunate for the batsman to not go on to the stumps. Good bowling this from Hemang, keeping it away from the hitting arc. Was tossed up. The drive was pulled out. He called for a single, but the non-striker sent him back, and rightly so. Another dot ball from Hemang. A good start to the fifth over. What a delivery that shaped away from the batsman, swinging in the air, completely beaten, all ends up there. Another dot ball. This is turning out to be an excellent recovery from Hemang. 3 balls, 3 dot balls, and the batsmen meet in the middle to converse. Can Hemang finish this over well? Can he take advantage of the dot balls and get a wicket here for his team? What a shot! What a reply! Waited on it, allowed the ball to swing, played it with the angle, and a beautiful lofted cover drive. Fourth boundary of the innings for Hussein Bootwala, and he seems to be on fire out here. Just take a look at that shot. Look at his balance. Look at his technique. Absolutely brilliant. Music to the eyes, that one. The field has been moved to long off and long on outside the 30-yard circle. Goes for the hit, didn't get all of it, and long on will cut it out to restrict the team to a single. Despite the boundary, it has been a decent over so far. Can he finish it well? That's in the air! Oh, very unfortunate there. A good end to the over, just 5 coming off of it. 5 overs done, it's 48 without loss. And you can sense that Blankslate are desperate for a wicket here. First change in the bowling. Mittal Joshi into the attack now. What a shot! What a way to welcome the new bowler. It was kept away from his hitting arc, but somehow he's found a way to slice it to the boundary through point. Great shot from Hussain Bhutwala as he brings up his fifth boundary of the innings. Once again, an exhibition of sublime finesse and grace. Just have a look at that. Opened the face of the bat at the very end moment. Knew exactly where the fielders were and pierced the gap beautifully. Mittal Joshi under pressure straight away. Can he come back? Advances and that's a good shot. That's another boundary. Consecutive boundaries. Mittal Joshi is not having a good start to his spell. Back to back boundaries from Hussain Bhutwala as he marches on to 37 of just 20 balls. Have a look at that. Advanced down the track and just hammered it straight past the bowler. Nothing more embarrassing for a bowler than that. Once again hammered, but there's a fielder there and he'll safely collect it to restrict the side to a single. This is the last over of the power play and the batting side are making full use of that. It will be up to Mittal Joshi now to restrict the team to as little as many runs as possible in the last three balls of the power play. Sanket Mirgal on strike now. Went for the Hoy, got an inside edge, the chase is on from the fielder, and this is brilliant athleticism to stop the ball and restrict the batting side to 2 runs there. Oh, fortunate there once again. Fortune favors the brave, and we are just seeing glimpses of that. Went for an outrageous cut shot, got an edge, thick edge, and nothing the keeper, a third man, could do as the ball trickles away to the boundary. And that is the third boundary of the over. A huge, huge over for the batting side. Mittal Joshi needs to pull it back on the last ball of the power play. Already Alpha Panthers sitting strong at 63 without losing a single wicket. Here we go. Last ball of the power play coming up. A good deceiveful slower one, but the batsman read it from the hand. A glorious cover drive and oh, brilliant footwork at the field boundary there to prevent a boundary. Just brilliant piece of cricket all around. A exceptional slower one, an even gorgeous cover drive, and some even better fielding on the boundary. Just what you want to see. After the end of the first power play, it's Alpha Panthers on the top with 65 runs without the loss of a single wicket. And it's time for some spin now as Siddharth comes into the attack to bowl the seventh over and the first one after the power play. Oh, he got that wrong. Is that a no ball? Yes, it is. The umpire signals a no ball for a waist high delivery. Not an ideal start for Siddharth. He'll want to make amends for that. But for now, Hussein Boothwala will be on strike and will receive a free hit. A good comeback delivery, hit on the leg side towards square leg. The batsman calls for two, but no, they're restricted to a single run. Good work in the deep there, and a good recovery, not getting hit for any massive runs of the free hit. Tossed up and sliced. That's a good shot. The fielder in the deep does well. Again, just a single, courtesy some brilliant fielding in the deep. This is what enables fielders and bowlers to bowl flighted deliveries. When the power play is over, you have more fielders at your disposal to be put outside the 30-yard circle, giving you more protection against big hits. Oh, that's a good ball, well played, and again, brilliant fielding. The fielders are on the mark. Brilliant standards of fielding here, completely backing up the bowler. Oh, well bowled, outside the off stump, away from the hitting arc, going away with the turn. That's beautifully bowled from Siddharth. That is what he'll want to bowl here. Well played this time, and a misfield allows them to scamper across for a single. Last ball of the seventh over. It has been a tidy one so far. Can he ensure it stays that way? Tossed up, good shot, but just a single. Once again, a good end to the over there. Just six coming off of it. Just what Blankslate wanted after the power play. A good follow up over from Siddharth there. It's Mitchell Joshi back into the attack. He needs to make amends. What a shot, what a welcome. But there's a fielder there. Good start from Pratik, bowling according to the plan there. some changes in the field being made, then the batsman scanning the field for gaps that he can exploit. What a shot! Sliced that brilliantly, and there's nothing the fielder at point could do. Beautiful shot from Hussein Butwala as he continues his onslaught. Just have a look at that technique, look at that posture, and how he held the pose for the cameras. Oh, that is a thing of beauty for sure. Brilliant slice, got under the ball really well, and just hammered it. The fielder at point was not far away, but still had no chance in stopping that. Advances down the track to the left of the fielder this time, but the fielder does well. Just a single this time. Oh, fortunate once again Sanket there. Another inside edge that did not go onto the stumps. Good ball from Pratik, pulled back the length, and that is exactly where he would want to be. Oh, that's well bowled, a well deceived slower one. Beat him in the air. He did not read the hands, and that is well executed from Pratik. Tried to be cheeky there, tried to scoop it over the keeper. Could not get any bat onto that, and he scrambles across to collect a leg by. And with that, the 8 over comes to an end, and the scoreboard reflects 80 for the loss of no wicket. And it's Siddharth back into the attack. Advance on the very first delivery, hits it down the ground. Brilliant footwork there from the fielder on the boundary to prevent a boundary. Saved two crucial runs for his side there. Oh, and he's gone! He's got him! You could see Siddharth getting a wicket here. He was bowling according to plan. He was keeping it tight. And he gets the big fish. The first wicket gone, and it's Hussein Bootwala bowled for 47 of 31. A fantastic knock brought to an end by a brilliant delivery. Let's have a look at that one. Hussein said to be on for a big score. He was very close to his 50, And then against the run of play, Siddharth produces a magic delivery, cramping the batsman for room, and he had no idea where the ball went. And the best sight for a bowler is to see the whale fly in the air. And with that, a glorious opening partnership comes to an end, and Panthers finally lose their first wicket at the score of 81. New batter in is Saurabh Dubey. Well bowled, gave it some good flight and a good flick shot straight to long on for a single. As Dubey gets off strike of his very first ball. Huge appeal, but the umpire thinks otherwise. He felt that the ball was going down the leg side, and rightly so. A great over from Siddharth so far. Conceded just 3 runs and picked up the ever crucial, ever important wicket of Hussain Bhutwala. Can he end with another wicket here? Can he dismiss the second opener as well? Again, good flight, but an even better shot through the covers. Well placed into the gap, and 2 runs to Sanket Birkar. So that is very well bowled. Good nudge from Sanket, but straight to the fielder. That ends extremely successful and a brilliant over from Siddharth. Just 5 runs coming off of it, and the crucial breakthrough. After 9, Alpha Panthers are 85 for the loss of 1 wicket. Good shot from Saurabh, but hit straight to the fielder at cover. Good field placement by the Blankslate captain. It's Pratik back into the attack for the second. Again, a good length delivery and some good work in the field to ensure yet another dot ball. Can Pratik get one more wicket before the drinks break? Can he shift momentum back to his side? There you go. Good cut shot, but again, there's protection in the deep. Yet just another single. As Saurabh Dubey gets off strike and brings back on strike Sanket Mirgal, the set batter, batting on 33 runs of just 23 balls. Another good delivery, chance of a run out. Oh, that was a very good fielding effort, but the batter got back just in time. Yet another dot ball from Pratik. This is turning out to be an excellent over from his side. Great shot of the back foot, but once again there's protection in the field there. Just another single. Exceptional execution from Pratik. He's bowling right to the plan, right on the money. Great over just before the innings break. With one ball to go. Can he get another breakthrough for his side here? Threw the kitchen sink at it. Did not get the middle. But there's vacant gaps on the leg side, allowing them to take 2 runs. But that concludes an exceptional over from Pratik, conceding just 4 runs. And now it's time for drinks. Huge appeal and he's gone. Everything happening in this over after the drinks break. We saw two brilliant boundaries being hit, and now we've seen a wicket. Siddharth strikes back. After being hit for two boundaries, he finally gets his man. Saurabh Dubey has to depart, and Panthers lose their second at 98. That was extremely well bowled from Saurabh, from Siddharth. Showed a lot of guts. Even after being hit for two boundaries, he was not afraid to toss it up. Gave the batsman the hit, and the batsman missed it all ends up. And a very plumb LBW given in favor of the bowling side. Next out to bat is Sanjay Joshi. Another huge appeal, but the umpire thinks otherwise this time. A bit of banter between the bowler and the umpire, and Siddharth is back on the tight line that he bowled in his previous over. Last ball of the over, can he get one more wicket here? Ooh, that is beautifully bowled. Beat him in the air. The batsman went for the shot but had no idea where the ball was. Exceptional end to the over. A brilliant delivery, a brilliant over, and a breakthrough over by Siddharth just after the drinks break. After 11 overs, Alpha Panthers are 98 for the loss of 2 wickets. Into the attack now is Viraj. First delivery flighted, and that's a gorgeous cover drive. But the man at long off cuts it off to restrict the batting side to just a single there. Blankslate need to take advantage of the breakthrough they got in the previous over. There's a new batter at the crease and they need to apply pressure. They cannot allow him to get easy singles and get set. They need wickets and they need wickets in quick succession. Can Viraj be the guy that gets it for them? Well bowled, that is very well bowled, and Sanjay sensibly defends it. Huge appeal, but the ball was going down the leg side. Great bowling from Viraj here. The batsman unable to read him, and Sanjay Joshi seems to be in a spot of bother here. Again, well bowled and a good flick shot as Sanjay gets off the mark, scoring his first run for the match. Brilliant delivery. The batsman was very fortunate to get some bat onto it. Otherwise, it would have been a very plumb LBW. This is great bowling from Viraj. He's keeping the pressure on. He's conceded just 2 runs of his 5 deliveries. Can he end with a bang here? Well bowled, but that's an even better shot. Pierces the gap through point, and that's gone all the way. Got onto the back foot, knew just where the fielders were, and pierced the gap beautifully. A great shot from Sanket Mirgal as he brings up his sixth boundary of the innings. Nevertheless, a pretty decent over from Viraj up until that point, and he conceded just 6 runs of the 12th over. Tossed up and a gorgeous flick shot, but he's got protection on the leg side. It'll just be a single. Siddharth back into the attack to complete his quota of 4 overs. He has been the pick of the bowlers for the blank slate, picking up both the wickets, and they will be hoping that he can get one more or a few more here. Good shot, read the googly well did Sanket, got on the back foot and a good pull, but once again the protection on the leg side restricting the batting team to just a single. Oh, that's a very good ball, tossed up, beat him in the air and almost created a soft dismissal. Sanjay poking at it, chipped it into the air, but fortunately could not. The ball did not end up in the fielder's hands. What a shot! What a reply! Another cut shot and another four. Action replay of the one in the previous over. Got off on the back foot and just crunched it through point. Let's just take another look at that. Got onto the back foot, judged length perfectly, and pierced the gap with utmost ease. Can Siddharth bounce back now? He's just got 2 deliveries before he ends the scored of 4 overs. Can he potentially get yet another wicket for his team and put Alpha Panthers in a spot of bother here? That's in the air and again fortunate for Sanjay Joshi. Once again he chipped the ball in the air, but once again he was fortunate that it fell safe. There's good energy from the blank slate side, continuously cheering Siddharth on. Here he comes for the last ball of the 13th over. Well bowled, but a very clever and cheeky shot. Tickled it off his hips. There was no fine leg there and collects an easy boundary. And that ends Siddharth's spell. Excellent spell from the context of the bowling team. 4 overs, 31 runs, and 2 wickets. Both crucial wickets, and the sole wicket taker so far for the blank slate side. And now it's Viraj back into the attack. Ooh, that's a very good delivery. Hint of turn there, and Sanjay did well to negotiate that. Great bowling here from Viraj. Oh no, there's an overthrow. That is the least you want when a bowler is bowling well. Great recovery from the fielder in the deep. He sprinted across the ground to prevent the overthrow going to the boundary. Silly mistake from the keeper, costing his side 2 runs, eventually leading to 3 runs of that delivery. Oh, that one kept a bit low, was outside the off stump, and Sangeet negotiated it well. The spirits are up for the fielding side and they're constantly cheering their bowler on, creating some pressure on the batter here. What a ball that has gone through everything. The batsman did know where it pitched. Unfortunately, neither did the keeper, allowing the batsman to scamper across for a bye. Another economical over so far, just 4 runs of the first 4 deliveries. Can he finish it in a good way? Tossed up, he's gone for the shot, did not get the middle of the bat and it falls well safe. Yet another single of this ball. Did not get the middle of the bat, but he'll still get to a 50. Great innings from Sanket here as he is applauded by his dugout. A valiant knock of 50 of just 35 deliveries. He's batted from the start and laced with 7 beautiful and gorgeous boundaries. Alpha Panthers only want him to continue and want him to get a big one out here. They know how crucial he is in order for them to get to a large total here. A new introduction into the bowling, Kamlesh Singh comes into the attack. Tossed up outside the off stump. A good drive, but there's protection in the deep. A lot of chatter out there in the middle. The fielding side constantly doing their best to cheer their bowler up. That's lofted straight down the ground. and dissects the fielders. You can't keep fielders that straight, and Sanjay has taken advantage of that rule. A brilliant lofted drive straight over the bowler's head. Let's take another look at that. Was flighted, was there to be hit, and controlled it beautifully to amass yet another boundary. His second of the innings so far. And tossed up, was there to be hit, but there's protection in the deep for that. Just another single this time. That is extremely well bowled, completely outfoxed the set batter Sanket there. Good piece of deception in the air from Kamlesh. Rocked onto the back foot and pulled it towards mid on, and he'll get yet another single. Great shot once again to the covers, but there is protection out there. With that, the 15th over comes to a close, and the scoreboard currently reads 129 runs for 2 wickets. And it's Sanket who has been retired out. A brilliant innings of 50 of 32 balls, and he's coming back to the dugout with warm applause. A great innings, played second fiddle most of his innings, but silently scored a very good knock here. Well bowled from Viraj there, and a good piece of glove work from the keeper. Hammered down the ground, but straight to the fielder for yet another single. The new batter out here is Yash Doshi. With just 5 overs left, Alpha Panthers will be looking for some fireworks to end their innings on a high. That being said, a huge appeal, but the umpire thinks otherwise. The bowler in absolute disbelief. He thought he had his man there, but the umpire thinks differently. Great bowling from Viraj here, not allowing the batsmen to free their shackles. That is tossed up, converted into a full toss, mix up, chance of run out, and he's gone. Horrible miscommunication in the middle there, and Yash Doshi is the man who has to go. Good work in the field, brilliant awareness from the fielder, threw to the right end, and from then it was a piece of cakewalk. Let's have another look. Look at that. A brilliant throw straight to the keeper. Keeper did well to collect it and whip the bails off, signaling yet another wicket. And Alpha Panthers are now 4 down with 130 on the board. New to the crease now is Pankaj Gupta. That's gone down the leg side, and an unfortunate misfielding by the keeper, allowing for one more extra run apart from the wide there. Viraj will have to re-bowl that one. Another good ball, a good slick shot, but best protection in the deep, and will only result in a single for the batting side. Another great delivery right into the block hole. Pankaj seemed to wanted to hoik it out of the ground, but got an inside edge as the batsman scampered back for 2 runs. Oh, so unfortunate for the bowler there. It went through absolutely everything. How did it not hit the stumps this time? The batsman completely missed it, and so did the keeper. You've got to feel for the bowler out here. Deceived everyone there, and still did not end up with a wicket. A great start to the over from Kamlesh here. Great bowling here. The batsman unable to get any bat on it, cramping the batsman for room, following him till the end. This is exceptional bowling from Pankaj. From Kamlesh to Pankaj here. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've got to feel for him. Second time that has happened. How did that not hit the stumps? How close was that? This is an exceptional piece of bowling from Kamlesh Singh here, deceiving the batsman in the air. Exceptional start to the over. Chance of a run out, but no. Great running between the wickets to scamper across for a quick single there. Tossed up, hoiked on the leg side, but there's protection there, and that will just be a one run. A great over from Kamlesh here, adding on to the pressure on the batting side. This is a great comeback from Blankslate out. 17 gone, it's 139 for a loss of 4 wickets, and back into the attack is Viraj. Fired it flat and good reflexes to stop the pace on the ball, restricting the batters to just a single on that occasion. That's it in the air and it's gone! You could see the pressure mounting on the batsman. Clinical bowling from Blankslate out here, and it has resulted in yet another wicket. Alpha Panthers are tumbling like a house of cards as they lose yet another to a brilliant catch in the deep. New to the crease now is Himanshu. What can he do for Alpha Panthers here? Fired in on the offside, good length delivery. Nothing the batter can do except just hoist it and poke it towards long off to take a single. Himanshu gets off the mark of his very first delivery. Great bowling there. They're bowling absolutely according to the plan, not allowing the batter to break the shackle. And Sanjay Joshi needs to get a move on. He's already played 24 balls and has scored just 21 runs. The Panthers will want him to accelerate right now. Another good delivery, went for the cut shot, got an inside edge. The call is for two, but brilliant running from the keeping keeper to ensure it remains to just a single. Here we go, last ball of the 18th over. trying to be innovative, did not get anything on it. Yet another dot ball. A brilliant over from Viraj comes to an end. Just 4 runs off it and another crucial wicket. That also ends Viraj's spell. An economical and tight spell. 4 overs, just 21 runs conceded, while also picking up a crucial wicket. With just 2 overs to go, Alpha Panthers will be looking to accelerate. And it is Kamlesh Singh who is back into the attack. And on strike is Himanshu. What an attempt from the fielder there. It was hammered back straight at the bowler. What power in that shot. Even an attempted catch that seemed to slow the pace of the ball could not stop it from crossing the boundary line. Just have a look at that brute force from Himanshu. Was shot, got under the back foot, drilled it past the bowler. A great attempt on the follow through by Kamlesh Singh, but still the ball finds the back of the boundary. A much needed boundary for Alpha Panthers. They'll need more of this. Risky running, and is he gone? Oh no, the bowler failed to grab the ball before we put the bails off, and Himanshu survives luckily. And that is a no ball, which will result in a free hit. Perfect opportunity for Sanjay Joshi to get off the mark. He has been at the crease for a long time now, and seriously needs to get a move on. Can he break the shackles with this one? That's in the air. Fielder coming under it. Brilliant stop, but unfortunately could not stop it from going into the fence. Great effort in the deep, but the ball still manages to find the boundary line. Look at that shot. It didn't get the middle of the bat, but had enough bat on it to ensure that the ball reaches the boundary line. Sanjay Joshi, this is what your team needs from you. Can you get some more big hits? And with that, Alpha Panthers cross 150. Tossed up, swept on one leg. Oh no! A misfield on that occasion, allowing a consecutive boundaries now. A much better connection from Sanjay Joshi this time, and some assistance from the fielders allows him to collect yet another boundary. Lofted in the air. Can the fielder get underneath? No, he can't. That's a third consecutive boundary now from Sanjay Joshi. We've been saying that he needs to get a move on, and he has. What a time to accelerate. Back to back to back boundaries. 12 scored of the last three deliveries, and Kamlesh Singh under visible pressure. Can he bounce back? Can he close out this over well? Or can Sanjay Joshi amass another boundary here? Here we go. Last ball of the penultimate over. Hit in the air. Oh, good effort from the fielder, but cannot stop it from going all the way. A huge hit from Sanjay Joshi, his first maximum of the innings, and just what the team needed. Have a look at that. It was flighted, it was in the arc, there to be hit. Great bat swing, good flow of the bat. And that expensive, huge over from Kamlesh Singh cost 24 runs. Yes, you heard that right. 24 runs. Huge, huge, huge over. It will be interesting to see how costly this 19th over actually turns out to be. And now, as we move on to the last over of the innings, it's Pratik with ball in hand. The Alpha Panthers are currently at 167.5. Let's see how many more they can manage in this last over. Good start, was on the good length. The batsman got off to the back foot, hit it straight to the fielder, but before that, they completed a single. Sanjay Joshi on strike. He's been at his belligerent best in the last four balls. Three boundaries and a maximum. Can he continue? Can he get that momentum going and finish high and big for the Alpha Panthers? Innovative shot, tried something, did not get any bat on it. And that is well bowled and a well deserved dot ball for Pratik. The idea from Sanjay was right, but unfortunately the execution wasn't up to the mark. Hammered, that is absolutely hammered. That's gone out of the ground, sailing over the fielders for a maximum. What a shot, what a meaty blow from Sanjay Joshi. Let's have another look at that. Wasn't that bad of a delivery, was on the good length, judged length perfectly, and just absolutely nailed it. This is what Alpha Panthers need. Can Sanjay get a few more of these? Or will Pratik be able to put the brakes on the scoring here? What a cameo this is turning out to be from Sanjay Joshi. He scored 24 of his last 6 deliveries. Can he get some more here? What a shot. He's absolutely nailed that. But there's a fielder at deep extra cover. Brilliant running here to complete 2 runs. And Sanjay will keep the strike for the last 2 deliveries of this over. Good shot straight down the ground, but there is protection there. And it will just be a single. Unfortunately for the Panthers, Sanjay Joshi will not retain strike for the last ball. Here we go, last ball of the innings. He's hit that in the air. Has it got the distance? No, it hasn't. A brilliant catch at long on to ensure a wicket falls of the very last ball. 20 overs have been completed and Alpha Panthers end their innings on 177. Let's take a look at that catch once again. Extremely well judged. Got under in a good position and grabbed it perfect. A great cameo from Sanjay Joshi to follow up a brilliant start from the openers. And Alpha Panthers have completed 177 runs in their allotted 20 overs. Welcome back. The chase is underway. The target for Blankslate is 178 runs and they need to complete that in the stipulated 20 overs. On the bowling front, it is Vishesh Sangoi to start the proceedings, and on strike is Dharmesh Akki, joined by Jitendra Diwan. Here we go. We are all set for the first ball of the second inning. Good start right on the money from Vishesh there, and a good block from Dharmesh. Good cricket overall to begin the innings here. Oh, that's a good ball outside the off stump. Just a bit of shape. Dharmesh looking to go over covers but missed the ball comprehensively there. Good start from Vishesh. Two back to back dot deliveries. Flicked in the air and a very good shot over fine leg from Jitendra Diwan. Off the mark in serious fashion there. A beautiful clip off his legs. Here, let's see a replay of that delivery. The ball was straying down the leg side and a beautiful pickup shot from Jitendra. Knew exactly where the fielders were and lofted it well over the head of the fine leg inside the 30 yard circle to bring up the first run and the first boundary of the second inning. Great comeback from Vishesh. Bang on money there. Hitting the good line and the ball coming in just a tad. A good solid block from Jitendra there. Sensible batting from the batter and a good comeback from the bowler. Oh, that was a beauty, an absolute gem there from Vishesh. Beat the batsman all ends up, completely squared him up. A great delivery. It's been an impressive over so far. Can Vishesh end it with a wicket? Or can Jitendra get another boundary here? Here we go. The last ball of the first over now. A dead ball signaled. He'll have to re-bowl that now. Both sides know how crucial these first 6 overs are, and both sides will look to make the most of it. For Alpha, the priority will be to dismiss as many batters as they can, while Blank Slate will look to get as many runs on the board as they can. There you go, another brilliant delivery, shaping away from the right-hander there. The batsman looking to carve it through cover, but missed it. All ends up. One over gone, Blank Slate are 4 runs without the loss of any wicket. Rachit Shah into the attack now. Let's see if he can keep the pressure on. Can he keep the momentum going for Alpha here? First ball walks down the ground, did not get the middle of the bat, and just a single as long on holds on to the ball. Dharmesh off the mark of his very first delivery and brings back on strike Jitendra Diwan. Good delivery, he was in the air briefly, but fortunate for Jitendra that it did not carry to the fielder. Great start to the over from Rachit Shah. He's keeping the pressure up. Alpha Panthers right on top once again in the power play, not allowing Blankslate to break their shackles. Again, a great delivery right into the block hole and a good work of fielding there to restrict the batting side to just a single. Good delivery, punched off the back foot for yet another single. This is unfolding to be yet another good over for the bowling side. Just 3 runs conceded of the first 4 deliveries out here. Can Rachit Shah end it in a grand fashion? Can he get a wicket? Can he get that early breakthrough that Alpha Panthers will be after? This delivery in the block hole, driven straight, and that's exceptionally timed. No chance for the fielder at long on there, and Jitendra Diwan hits the second boundary of the innings. That is simply sumptuous. Just look at that drive, look at that balance. Straight down the ground past the bowler. No better side in cricket than a perfectly timed straight drive. Here we go. Last ball of the second over. Rachit to Jitendra. Well bowled and well blocked out. 2 overs gone. Blank slate are 11 without loss. And it's Vishesh Sangoi to continue, bowling his second and the third over of the innings. Dharmesh Akki on strike. Good delivery, hit the bottom of the bat. Dharmesh was looking to go up and above mid off there, but could not get it on the middle of the bat. Again, a good start from Vishesh. He conceded just 4 runs in his first over. Can he keep that momentum going? Can he get a breakthrough here? Walks down the ground and hoiks it, but no contact. Didn't know where the ball went, and lucky for him, it did not end up in the hands of the fielder. Great bowling from Vishesh Sangoi here. He's keeping the pressure up, hitting the right length, and not allowing blank slate batters to get off the mark and up and running. The energy is certainly high on the field. The fielders constantly cheering for their bowlers. Oh, another beautiful delivery, right on the good length and coming back into the right hander. Nothing that the batter could do there except just block this one out. Once again, Vishesh showing why he's so good. Consistently hitting the good length, not allowing the batters, not giving them any room, cramping them for room, and not allowing them to even score singles. This is an exceptional display of bowling from Vishesh. He's conceded just 2 runs of these 4 deliveries. Huge appeal and he's gone! You just saw it coming. You knew something had to give. He was bowling absolutely brilliantly. Once again on the good length, nipping back into the right hander, and the batsman was beaten all ends up. Let's take another look at that. He has been rewarded for his consistency. He just seemed as if he was about to take a wicket, and he did. Look at that. That jagged back significantly, leaving the batsman absolutely outclassed. Brilliant bowling from Vishesh. This is just what Alpha Panthers wanted, an early breakthrough. The new batter to the crease now is Jay Pandya. Vishesh coming up with the last ball of the third over. Oh, he got the edge. How unfortunate there. A good effort from the keeper, but he could not hold on to that catch. A brilliant over from Vishesh. And look how unfortunate the bowler is. He beat the batter, he produced the edge, and yet the ball goes to the boundary. Let's see that one again. Shaping away from the batter on a fuller length, driving the batter to drive it. Took the edge, but the keeper could not hold on to it, and eventually resulting in a boundary. 3 overs gone, it's 16 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. The energy is certainly up out in the middle. Chirps and chanter all around, edging the bowler on. As Rachit Chakan. Oh, another catch! Straight to the fielder and put down. Another opportunity created, but put down this time. Alpha Panthers are absolutely out on a roll here. Good sportsmanship from the batter there, checking if the fielder is hurt. This is what you want to see. Incredible turn of events. Brilliant bowling from both bowlers. We've seen 2 drop catches and 2 deliveries. And you just know that Alpha Panthers are here for more wickets. The batsman advances down the track, making use of the power play. There is no one there and hoiks it over square leg for a boundary. A much needed boundary for Blankslate. Then had to break the shackles, and let's take a look at that once again. Brilliant shot, advanced down the pitch, got to the pitch of the delivery, and smashed it over square leg for his first boundary of the innings. Good delivery once again. Dharmesh going for the big hit but not getting much of the bat on it. And at the end, he'll pick up a single for that one. This is extremely good bowling from both the opening bowlers. Vishesh and Rashid both have been on the mark right away, not allowing the batters to score free runs, keeping the pressure up. And this is exactly the kind of start that Alpha Panthers would have hoped for. Oh, another beauty from Rachit. Jay had no idea where the ball went, nearly missing the top of off stump. This is an incredible display of new ball bowling. Alpha Panthers are all over blank slate right now. You could just sense another wicket coming. Can Rachit get his man? Will he get a breakthrough here? Another good delivery, hit straight to the fielder. Alpha Panthers keeping the pressure up. Constant cheer, constant banter out there in the middle. And good field placement and exceptional bowling to the field to ensure that blank slate are unable to free their arm. Once again, the heavy offside field paying off. Hit straight to the fielder and yet another dot ball. End of another brilliant over from Alpha Panthers. Just 5 runs coming off of it. And now it's 4 gone to 21 for the loss of 1 wicket. Next into the attack now is Sanjay Joshi. He has had an exceptional evening with bat in hand. Can he conjure some magic with ball in his hand this time? Both the fielders outside the 30 yards have been placed on the leg side. There are vacant gaps on the leg side, and there's an offside heavy field for Sanjay Joshi here. With the power play restriction still in play, only two fielders are allowed outside the 30-yard circle, and currently they are positioned at long on and square leg. Here we go. Sanjay Joshi ready with his first ball of his spell. Tossed up, that's gone in the air. Can the fielder get underneath? No, he can't. Unfortunate for the bowler there, and the batsman breathes to see another ball as they scamper back for 2 runs there. A good start from Sanjay Joshi, inviting the batter out to drive and then beating him in the air. Oh, beautifully bowled. Again beats him in the air. Gave the ball a lot of revs and a lot of flight. Dharmesh looking to smash it out of the ground. Missed the trajectory completely. and the ball missed the stumps by a very mere margin. Good start by Sanjay Joshi. Once again, how has that missed the stumps on this occasion? Sanjay stares at the stumps in disbelief. He's bowled absolutely brilliantly. What a start it has been to his spell. Three balls, all three of them beating the batter. Once again beating the batter in the air. Slighted delivery outside the off stump this time. Dharmesh looking to go over the infield. Man, it is only an inside edge and hits it straight to the fielder on the leg side. The pressure is building up. Three consecutive dot balls. What's gonna happen next? Can we expect a wicket or can we expect a boundary? Marches down the ground and he's clobbered that. That's a huge hit. You just felt something was about to give. Dharmesh was getting fidgety. This time he beats the flight, comes down the ground and just smashes it over long off. Let's just see that one again. He knew he was in for another flighted delivery. Read it in the hand, went ahead, got to the pitch of the ball and hammered it majestically and magnificently. Once again comes down the track, but not the same result. This time it's a dot ball. Good end to the over, and despite going for six, he still ends the over with conceding just 8 runs. So overall, a pretty decent over from Sanjay Joshi. 5 overs gone. It's 29 for the loss of one wicket for Blankslate. Another change in the bowling and some changes in the field as well, as Saurabh Dubey comes up to bowl his first over and the last over of the first batting power play. Oh, that jacked back, but it was on the leg stump and went away, signaled wide by the umpire. You can see there is some movement for Saurabh there. He just needs to get his line right to exploit that movement, and then he could cause some serious problems for the batter there. Once again, straying down the leg side, all Jay had to do was get some bat onto it, and that is what he did perfectly. Tickles it fine, and that's another boundary for Jay. Let's see that one again. The ball was going down the leg side, and Jay just helped it on its way. A good flick, very fine, and there was nothing that the fielder could do there. Considering that it is the last over of the power play, Blank Slate might want to go big here. They might want to change the momentum and the course of this match with this over. They have gotten off to a good start. Can they carry this momentum forward in this over? A misfield that allows the batters to scamper across for a single. That's another wide. He'll have to re-bowl that one as well. Good glove work from the keeper there. It was very wide, and he did well to ensure that the ball remains just a wide. Saurabh seems to be in pressure. He's conceded 7 of his 2 deliveries. Can he get the control back? Yes, that is perfect. That is exactly what Alpha want from Saurabh. Great delivery on good length, coming back into the batter and outfoxing him. Brilliant fielding, great display of athleticism there. Was hit back straight at the bowler and Saurabh did brilliantly to grab that. Let's take a look at that once again. Just drill down the ground and look at that piece of fielding. That is absolutely brilliant on his follow through. Well bowled, that is brilliantly bowled. A well disguised slower one that the Ramesh did not read. Another dot ball, and the pressure seems to be mounting on blank slate. And we can see some field adjustments for the last ball of the power play. Here we go, the last ball of the first batting power play coming up. Huge appeal! And the umpire does not agree with the bowler there. A great end to the power play with a brilliant ball. 6 overs gone, it's just 36 for the loss of 1 wicket. And blank slate will want to get a move on. As far as it is concerned for Alpha Panthers, they could not have asked for a better start here. And now it's Sagal Chadwa into the attack to bowl the first over after the power play. You can see a much spread out field here, and there are a lot of players on the boundary, allowing for more protection against boundaries. And it will only get harder for blank slate to score runs here. Drill down the ground, but the fielder comes through to restrict the batting side to just another single. You can sense that Dharmesh is a bit frustrated by his body language. He's been out there since the start and he scored just 15 runs after facing 17 deliveries. Huge appeal and he's gone. You could see this coming. You could see how frustrated he was, and he's in absolute disbelief with the decision the umpire has given. Well bowled by Sagal Chadwa though, flighted on the off stump, completely beat him in the air, and good glove work to complete the stumping. Dharmesh stands there in disbelief, arguing with the umpire, but eventually, even he knows that he'll have to go back. There we can see in the replay once again, flighted on the off stump and good swift glove work by the keeper there. Dharmesh still arguing with the umpire, still pleading for his wicket. A furious and heated exchange between the players and the umpires. The players from the dugout are screaming as well. New to the crease now is Bhavin Shah after that controversial dismissal. Brilliant bowling from Sagar here, tosses it up once again, and the batsman has no clue. Sweet connection this time, and it's gone all the way. Great shot from Bhavin here. He's made his intentions clear. Let's take a look at that one once again. Was flighted, was in the slot, got down on one knee and just clobbered it over the fielder for the six. Apologies for the interval. We are back now. Good cut shot, but again there's protection in the deep and just one run of this delivery. Ooh, another very good delivery. It was tossed up on the good length, cramping the batter for room, and yet another dot ball. After the end of 7 overs, Blankslate are 44 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. A successful over from Sagar comes to an end. He conceded 8 runs but picked up the crucial wicket of Dharmesh, the second opener. Into the attack now is Karan Joshi. Tossed up a very slow delivery. Bhavan does well to tap it to fine leg and collect a single. Again, we can see a left and right combination forcing the fielding side to make consistent and regular changes in the field. Tossed up, swept along the ground to the fielder at square leg and will still just be a single. That is beautifully dealt with by Bhavin. Noble throw, allowing the batters to get one extra run. Brilliant presence of mind and game awareness to steal another run, converting a single into a double there. Great running between the wickets by both Bhavin and Jay. Waited on the ball, cut it onto the offside, straight to the point fielder, and he'll collect yet another single. Once again, swept along the ground into the gap, but there is a fielder at the boundary who does well to restrict the batting side to yet another single. A great first over from Karan so far. He's conceded just 6 runs of his first 5 deliveries. Can he finish the over well? And tossed up, going on the back foot, Bhavin hits it towards long off and scampers across for a single. A decent over to start, just 7 coming off of it, and 8 overs gone now, and the score is 51 for the loss of 2 wickets. Wicket taker Sagar Chadwa is back into the attack. Can he get one more wicket here and really put the screws on the batting side? Drilled it flatter this time. Bhavin looking to cut it but missing out on it. And the ball just inside the wide guideline in a very shrewd and sharp piece of bowling from Sagar here. Once again was short on the offside. This time Bhavin manages to get some bat on it and he'll scamper across for yet another single. Blankslate really need to get going. They need big overs, they need big runs if they want to have any chance of remaining in this match. The required run rate is mounting with every dot ball and is currently at 10.8 runs per over. Well left this time by Jai, and Sagar will have to re-bowl that. One more extra run to blank slate. Slighted, well swept, but there's a fielder at fine leg who'll cut it off for just a single. Another tidy over so far, just 3 runs coming off the first 3 deliveries. Can Sagar contain the batters here? Can he pick one more wicket before the drinks break and really put blank slate under pressure here? Great fielding, but another overthrow, allowing the batters yet another run. It could have been a dot ball, but in the end, an overthrow results in a single for the batting side. Again, tossed up looking to whack it, but did not get the middle of the bat. An inside edge straight to the fine leg fielder, and yet another single of that delivery. Tossed up once again, hit straight back at the bowler. The bowler unable to get a hold of the ball, and the ball travels all the way till long on, and yet another single for the batting side. 9 overs gone, blank slate currently stand at 57 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. That is swept in the air, but there's a man back there. Yet another single. The good thing about blank slate is they are not taking up too many dot balls. They are keeping the strike moving, and that is a good thing to build momentum. But from here on out, singles and doubles are just not going to cut it. They need boundaries, and they need boundaries fast. Right on cue, top edge. Can the fielder get there? Yes, he can. Yet another single. Good bowling from Karan here. He's constantly applying the pressure on the batters, not allowing them to free away, not allowing them to break the shackles. That's in the air and falls safe. Sweep. He pulled out the sweep shot this time, got a top edge, and fortunately there was no fielder where the ball landed. Read the length well, got onto the back foot and cut it ferociously, but yet again, brilliant field placement from Alpha Panthers, restricting the batting side to just one run. The Alpha Panthers have been absolutely clinical and tidy with their bowling and fielding from ball one, not allowing Blankslate to score big runs. And it has been showing. The pressure on Blankslate has been rising, as has been the required run rate, which has crossed 11 runs now. Once again, hit straight to the fielder at the boundary, and the batsman will collect yet another single. Good chatter out there in the middle, constantly encouraging their bowlers as we gear up for the last ball before the drinks break. Gets onto the back foot and hits it to long off. Looking for two, but well done in the field to just restrict the batting side to yet another single. 10 overs have been completed, half the chase is done, and after 10 overs, Blank Slate currently stand at 63 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Welcome back. The drinks have been taken, and now it's Sagar back into the attack to bowl the 11th over. On strike is Jay Pandya. Again, the persistent line and length there. An inside edge from Jay and good fielding in the deep to cut it off, restricting the batting side to 2 runs of that ball. Blankslate really need to accelerate here. The required run rate has now reached 11.5, and if any measures are not taken by the batters now, then the match will be out of their grasp pretty soon. That's in the air, hasn't got all of it, falls inside the 30-yard circle, and the batsman cross for yet another single. Oh, great ball, keeping it away from the hitting arc as usual. Bhavin tried to cut it but could not get any bat on that one. Brilliant bowling. Bhavin lets it go thinking it's a wide, but it is well within the wide guideline. This is exceptional bowling from Sagar, keeping it tidy, keeping it tight, and the pressure certainly seems to be mounting on the blank slate batters here. Yet again, nothing more the batsmen can do except cross each other once for yet another single. The required run rate has now reached 12 runs and over. That means they need at least 2 runs per delivery to chase down this target. Hit straight back at the bowler and brilliant piece of fielding there. Another dot ball, and with that, the 11th over comes to an end. Just 4 runs conceded of that over, and Sagar is on a super spell here. The dugout now cheering the batsmen in the middle, asking them to accelerate. They know how crucial this juncture of the match is, and if they accelerate at the right point, they can still be in contention to win this game. On the bowling front, it's Karan Joshi in to bowl his third over. Goes down the ground, lofted straight over the bowler's head, but the fielder gets there before the boundary line. Good piece of fielding in the deep here. With that, Bhavin is back on strike. Both batters playing just a nudge above a runner ball, and they need to pick up their game now. Good ball outside the off stump. Not a lot of slide, not a lot of room. If called for two, huge appeal for run out, and he's gone. You could sense a wicket was coming, but you did not expect to see a run out here. Bhavin looking to convert a single into a double has to depart now. A huge wicket for Alpha Panthers as Bhavin was well set. Let's take another look at the run out here. Great work from the fielder there. Pick up and throw in a single motion. A near perfect throw right into the hands of the keeper, and the keeper does well to finish the job off. And in the end, Bhavin was well out of his crease. Third wicket down for Blankslate now, and it just seems to get worse for the batting side. Next out to bat now is Shreyans Mehta. What a shot, what a start! Lofts it straight over the bowler's head, and a misfield enables him to collect four. Great shot, was in the arc to hit, and he's dispatched that. Just look at that once again. Got under the ball and hit it straight over the bowler's head. Great start from Shreyans Mehta. He's made his intentions clear, and this is exactly what his side would want from him. Call is for two, but no, the striker denies it, and rightfully so. The last thing they want right now is yet another run out. Goes down the ground, the ball is in the air, but it falls safe between two converging fielders. Again, the call is for two, and this time they complete it safely. Good running between the wickets. After the end of 12 overs, Blank Slate currently are at 77 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. A lot of field movement there as Sanjay Joshi is back into the attack. On strike is Shreyans Mehta. Confident thump of the bat from Shreyans seems to indicate he's ready. Oh, good ball. Deceived him in the air, deceived him for pace. But Shreyans does well in the end to get off strike. He's gone after it, hasn't got all of it. Two fielders converging. Oh, that's a collision in the field. Let's hope it's not too serious. In the meantime, again a good cut shot, but straight to the point fielder and deep. Yet another single for Jay Pandya. He needs to get a move on. Great shot from Shreyans Mehta. This is exactly what Blankslate wanted. Let's take another look at that shot. Read the length early, knew where the field was, and just helped it on its way. Helped it on its way. Great shot. Again, that's in the air. Can the fielder get there? It just falls short. Shreyans is lucky to have survived here. Good shot over the covers, but brilliant fielding in the deep. Chance of another run out. Huge appeal, but the umpire thinks otherwise. Good running in the end from Jay Pandya to make his ground. After the end of 12 overs, the score currently stands at 88 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Great ball there. The batsman completely missed it. Bowled him! Beautiful bowling from Sagar there. Beat him in the air. You know Shreyans was going for the big one. He knew it. And he gave it some flight, he gave it some rev and deceived him in the air. A brilliant delivery as he knocks over the middle stump. Let's have a look at that once again. Perfect flight. Shreyans looking to go down the ground, misses it completely, and the stumps are rattled. On strike now is Abhijit. Can he provide the fireworks that Blankslate need? Or will Sagar walk away with yet another wicket? Good shot over covers, but sensible field placement ensures there's a man at the boundary there. Good keeping there to prevent an overthrow. Just one run of that delivery. As Abhijit gets off the mark of his very first delivery. Tossed up, he's gone for a hit. It's in the air. Oh, brilliant effort from the fielder, but he fails to hold on to that as the batsman scamper across for 2 runs there. Let's look at that effort once again. It was in the air for a long time, an extremely tough opportunity. He did brilliantly to get there, but unfortunately could not maintain his composure to take the catch. Once again, another hoik on the leg side, and the fielder ensures that the batting team is restricted to just 1 run there. In the air, can the fielder take this one? And he's gone! Second wicket of the over, of the last ball. Yet another brilliant over from Sagar. And it is Abhijit who has to walk back to the pavilion. Gave him the bait, gave the ball some flight, and the results are for sure. And that concludes a brilliant spell from Sagar. 4 overs, 22 runs, and 3 major scalps. A cornerstone in Alpha Panthers' dominance in this innings. Let's take a look at that one again. Was there to be hit, but could not get the middle of the bat, and an extremely well judged catch on the boundary ropes. New batter now on the crease is Kamlesh Singh. Great shot of the back foot, but yet again, we are seeing some extraordinary field placement from Alpha Panthers. Yet again, just a single. As Sanjay Joshi is back into the attack. As we move towards the latter stages of this game, 6 overs are remaining, and Blankslate require 85 runs to close out a heroic victory. Kamlesh Singh now all set to face his first delivery. Goes for the hike, misses it completely. It was a huge bat swing. Had he connected, the ball was not going to stop within the playing guidelines. Well bowled from Sanjay there. Once again goes for the hoik, doesn't get the middle of the bat but has enough bat on it to make it go to the boundary rope. Good shot on the leg side, plays it way fine of the square leg fielder and picks up his first boundary. Once again flicks it on the leg side. There is no one there. Consecutive boundaries for Kamlesh Singh here. He's really turning up the heat in this chase here. Let's take a look at that one again. Was full, was on the pads, read it early, and a beautiful flick to fine leg. That there was no one stopping that ball. Back to back boundaries now for Kamlesh. Pressure back on Sanjay. Go straight down the ground. What a strike! A blistering and powerful shot straight down the ground over Sanjay's head. Three back to back boundaries now. Just take a look at that shot. Shuffled across, made room, and absolutely hammered that. One bounce into the fence. This is what Blankslate have missed their entire innings. This time top edge, and lucky for him that it falls short of the fielder. 15 overs gone. The score now is 106 for the loss of 5 wickets, with 72 required of the last 5 overs. And it's Vishesh Sangoi back into the attack. He started the bowling innings beautifully, conceding just 8 runs of his first 2 overs while also picking up a crucial wicket. Can he make up for the big over that came in the last over? Or will Kamlesh Singh continue with his onslaught? Here we go. Vishesh Sangoi to Kamlesh Singh. Last 5 overs of the match. Here we go. Steps down the ground and he's bowled. What a ball from Vishesh. Just proves why he's so good. An absolute jaffer. Kamlesh Singh going down the ground, looking to hoik it out of the ground. That is a brilliant delivery. He's rattled the bails there and gets another wicket. Surely that has to be the nail in the coffin for Blankslate here. On his first ball of the comeback, he strikes. Brilliant bowling from Vishesh Sangoi. Such was the power and accuracy of Vishesh that the bails have been broken. Brilliant bowling from Vishesh here. Absolutely pinpoint precise and a bowler's dream. The top of off stump. Now marking his guard in the middle is Viraj. He smashed that, but there's a fielder in the deep. It has been the story of this inning so far. They've played some good shots, some extravagant shots, but the field placement and strategic planning of Alpha Panthers have been so good and so precise that all the batsmen can salvage is just a single. Hit it straight in the air but falls way short of the 30-yard circle. Yet again, all they can salvage is just a single. A great over from Vishesh so far. Just 2 runs conceded and a wicket. He really has put brakes on the scoring that started the previous over. Once again, it's in the air. Fielder coming in and he takes a brilliant catch. Vishesh has another. There is no stopping him today. Let's see that one again. Again, good length delivery, not giving him time to free his arms. Batsman going after it and a brilliant catch in the deep. Extremely well to get under the ball and held his composure to hold on to the catch. Third wicket for Vishesh Sangoi now. He's just conceded 10 runs so far and has taken 3 big wickets, two of which have come in this very over. New batsman on crease now is Pratik. That's a wide down the leg side. Nothing the keeper could do there, and it's gone all the way for 5 wide. Not what you would expect from Vishesh here. Yeah, once again looking to go at the stumps, but just wavering in his line. Good attempt from the keeper, but he's unfortunate to not hold on to that, giving 5 extra runs to the batting. Great comeback. This is exactly what he wanted to do the previous ball, but he just missed his line on the previous occasion. A good comeback, great good length delivery, coming back into the batter, and nothing the batsman can do except just see it out. Even after conceding 5 wides, it has been a very good over so far. And he's gone! Yet another wicket, the third wicket of the over. What an over, what a spell, what a bowler. Three wickets in that over, just 7 runs coming off of it. And Vishesh is on song today. The batsmen have no answers to the question he's asking. And as we can see once again, hard, good length. The batsman looking to heave it over the leg side. And a good smart catch from the fielder there. With that, 16 overs have come to a close, and the scoreboard now reads 113 runs for a loss of 8 wickets. Rachit Shah back into the attack. Great shot this from Jay Pandya. Was wavering on his hips and he just helped it on its way. A very fine tickle that goes to the boundary. Let's see that one again. Was there to be put away and he puts it away with a beautiful flick of his wrist. Good shot, but straight to the point fielder. Yet another single for Jay Pandya. And this brings on strike Siddharth, the new batter. Goes after it, hits straight back at the bowler, and yet again just a single. Good tight bowling from Rachit Shah. He has been economical in his over so far. Let's hope he ends on a good note here. Great delivery outside the off stump. Jay Pandya looking to cut it but could not get any bat on that. Here we go. Last ball of the 17th over. Yet another single. Hit straight back at the bowler. And Jay Pandya will keep the strike for the 18th over. It's Vishesh Sangoi to bowl his fourth and final over. He's just one wicket away from a 5-ball. Can he get it? In the air. Oh, just fall short of the fielder there. He truly does deserve a 5 wicket haul here, Vishesh. He has been absolutely brilliant from ball one. He has 5 balls remaining. Can he get that 1 wicket and complete his 5 wicket haul here? It's in the air, a good shot, finds the gap in the field, but great ground coverage from the fielder at the boundary to restrict the batting side to just 2 runs on that occasion. Oh, unlucky there. Finds the edge and the ball goes all the way into the boundary. Good bowling from Vishesh. Just slightly unlucky there as Jay Pandya collects another boundary. Let's see that one again. Once again on the good length, away from the hitting arc. Jay Pandya poked at it, got a thick outside edge, and the ball trickled away to the boundary. Great delivery, beats him once again. That's it in the air, oh, and just above the fielder. Brilliant shot from Jay Shah over the cover boundaries and into the fence. Great shot from Jay Pandya there. Let's see that one again. Was again back of a length, stayed in his crease and just lofted it over the cover fielder. Immaculate timing on that shot. Here we go. Last ball of the over. A milestone is certainly coming up. Will Jay Pandya get to his 50 or will Vishesh Sangoi get a 5-4? Here we go. Last ball of the 18th over. In the air, once again unlucky. Could have gotten his 5 for there, but instead it's Jay Pandya who raises his bat. A resolute, resilient, and solid innings from Jay Pandya as he gets to his 1538 balls. He's been out in the middle since the very start and has been the silver lining here. A great innings and he definitely has been the saving grace for Blankslate here. That's it in the air, fielder coming under it, and he takes it. Oh no, oh no. He's gone over the boundary. He took the catch but forgot where the boundary ropes were. Six of the first ball, unlucky for Rachit Shah there, but luck favoring Jay Pandya once again. Once again hit towards the point fielder for yet another single. Brings back on strike Siddharth. Once again, straight to the point fielder. Once again, yet another single for the batting side. Good shot of the back foot. Towards cover and between the point fielder and a misfield. Another boundary for Jay Pandya. Let's see that again. Rocked onto the back foot and a solid back foot punch there. And he collects his sixth boundary of the innings. And that's straying down the leg side, and he'll have to bowl that again. White signaled. That's a good comeback from Rachit Shah. Good line, good length, and Jay Pandya not able to get any bat on that. Here we go. Last ball of the penultimate over. It's a well disguised back of the hand. Hit along the ground to the fielders in the deep as the batsmen scamper back for a quick 2 runs. With the end of the 19th over, the Black Slate team required 32 runs in the last over to pull off a historic chase. Can they pull it off? With Jay Pandya still at the crease, there is still some hope. Here we go. Last over of the innings, and it's Sanjay Joshi with ball in hand. And it's Siddharth on strike. Can he get those big blows? Can he pull off a miracle for his team here? Goes down the ground, that's in the air and taken brilliantly. Great catch at long on there. Another beautifully judged catch. And Siddharth departs. Let's see that one again. It was well bowled. He came down the track, pretty much got the middle of the bat, but a brilliantly judged catch. Jumped at the perfect time, and that was a brilliant exhibition of fielding here. And now walks in the last batter of the side, Deepak. straight. It's straight over the bowler's head, and that's gone all the way for six. What a way to start the innings. Straight down the ground from Deepak. I can't believe he's a number 11 batter. He's absolutely smoked that one. Look at that. Got under the ball and lost it straight over the bowler's head for an elegant six. Goes once again. He's not got hold of it this time. But lucky for him, it falls safely as he'll scamper back for 2 runs there. Goes down the ground and he's bowled. What an end to the innings. And Blankslate are all out for 154 runs. Alpha Panthers comfortably and dominantly take this win by a concise margin of 23 runs. We've seen some good batting from both sides. Sanket Mirgal and Jay Pandya getting half centuries. But it was the bowling of Sagar and Vishesh that has sealed this victory for Alpha Panthers.